Brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo here in the state of Arizona, getting set for a wonderful day of golf. The Grand Canyon is the site for the action today. And Frank, how about this golf course?
Amazing, Rich. From a design point of view, absolute genius. But if you're like me and suffer a little bit from vertigo, don't look down, because the cliffs all the way down to the Colorado River, well, it's an enormous drop-off. So
he makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
From 135 yards out.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. -1 in the early going. Frank, this requires one good, solid shot.
Your driver might be too much, given this altitude, so you just have to lay back a little bit.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that. Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that, and at least take a club or two more.
Frank, can you recall a situation where, before an important round, an instructor gave you one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot, where the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice and it made a huge difference?
Yeah, the list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just someone that you've trusted over the years, and we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move, or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem.
That one was struck solid, about 290. Second from an excellent lie.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
That doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Oh, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down. Rich, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Settles in over the putt. 1 under early in the round.
Well, Rich, believe it or not, there's a little sliver down that right side. You could play a little pinball down there if you do get in trouble.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. To the par 3 fifth hole, and wow, look at this drop, Frank. Not only do you need the right stick, but you probably need a parachute just to get it from the tee to the green here.
You're right, Rich. It's almost like jumping off a high diving board. It is 240 feet from the tee and then downwards to that green, which is some 228 yards away. That is some free fall.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Here at the par 5 6th, 625 yards.
You have to take a bite out of the rocky road here, up and over the railway line, and somehow underneath the arches. From there, you're heading, well, to an island green, you might say, but there's no water. It's just surrounded by rock and canyon.
Second shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Nice par to remain at 2 under.
You can see the bunker behind this green. That really protects a shot going slightly long from going to into the canyon. A lot of different ways to play it. You can play it as a layup, then the second shot across the rock crop, or get a little inventive and try and carve one to the right off the tee. A little ambitious, maybe.
How about that bunker behind the green?
There's something about a well-hit shot.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Second shot, good look at the green. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it got one.
So a tester from 4 feet. Takes it to 3 under for the day. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th hole here at the Canyon, length and accuracy are paramount.
They certainly are, Rich. Obviously, some of the longer hitters might be able to reach this hole in 2, even though it's over 700 yards. For the mere mortals, though, a little unusual feature here in the second shot area. If we look ahead, 2 bunkers on the right side that are adjacent to that rock wall on the right. And then, well, you actually need a step ladder, really, to get into those bunkers. They look like 2 little basins filled by sand. We hopefully don't see anyone playing out of that.
Two ways to take a bath here. You could take one left in the Colorado River, not advisable, or you could take a sand bath over there on the right. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, this is straight at it.
It is a really good line. Birdie try up next. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, look out. Here he comes. 4 under par now after that birdie. Ready to round out the front side on this par 4. It is another steep drop here, Frank.
And this hole is enormous. We've blown past the days of 500-yard par 4s, and we're into the high 600-yard markers. And that green all the way down the end just sits out on the top, on the edge of a cliff face. So a good drive essential here, and well, close your eyes on that second shot. There's plenty of peril in front of you. The rock on the left, there's that bunker that comes down on the left side as well, and as that hole starts to narrow up. But the second shot here has to be one of the hardest on the golf course.
This is the second shot at the par 4. That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Solid play, heart of the green. So they'll tap in. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That's birdie, and that's just another example of how everything seems to be clicking today, especially on the greens.
Yeah, good green reading too. You've got to take your hat off to that. The line has been perfect and the pace has matched it.
Not very good at all right there.
No, I think
Just need to settle down, relax on this next shot after going out of bounds.
the amount of times somebody splits the fairway after hitting one out of bounds is astronomical.
This will be the third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Wrong way pattern all day long. I mean, this is just brutal. And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Locked in on the read and the speed. So close. -3 now for the round. Up to the par 3 12th, and again, I've said this before, Frank, you do not want to miss it left.
All long. This green just juts out there at a 45-degree angle. Must fly it all the way through the air. That bunker might save you, gives you about another 5 or 10 yards, but you've referenced it long left, and you will be in trouble.
Good-looking shot right here. Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Nice par to remain 3 under. Now the 13th hole, and
This is up here in the mountains to a green that you would normally say is an island green. Excuse that, there are rocks and all sorts of things around, but that second shot, just to have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2 is one thing, but look at the danger that's around it. Waterfalls, water, it's a very, very severe price if you don't find this green with your approach shot.
this is one of the greatest par 5s in the world, isn't it?
God, without doubt, you'll never see another hole that looks like this one. Oh, that's it, new member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Plain. Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And getting ready for the putt. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Frank, what's cool about this hole is on that third shot, presumably, I don't think anybody can get home in 2 at about 900 yards, but on that third shot, there's just no 2 ways around it. You have to fly it over the canyon.
Rich, I'm scared of heights. I can't afford to look to the right there. That is a massive drop-off down the side there, and when you're looking at that third shot going across there, that is, well, you take a deep breath, hopefully just look at the flag. And then even when you hit it on the green, you've got to walk across that. But that is an enormous drop down to the Colorado River. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Little bit of a misread there.
Yeah, it was makeable, that's for sure.
No problem at all. Good putt, and stays at 4 under par. And Frank, this is the first time I can ever recall being in a mobile announcer's booth. That's us, right there. You can see it in that hot air balloon.
Well, we keep blowing hot air. We'll be up here for a while, Rich.
I know I have plenty left in the tank. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Frank, how did he do there?
I would say more than the average. Get it inside 20 feet from that distance.
Settles in over the putt. Wow, I thought he made that. Struggling a bit with the flat stick and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. So he has that for bogey. Frank, it's just amazing what they were able to do to get the equipment up here into the Grand Canyon to sculpt this golf course. In fact, there's a hardcover book out about the making of this golf course. It is really fascinating.
It is. That's a good read. And obviously you can sort of peruse through that before you play the golf course, and you'll see that this is one of the many signature holes here on the layout. And I've never seen really this type of hole in golf, one that actually turns back on itself in the shape of a U or a question mark.
You know, what's great about this golf course, Frank, is that it marries history. You talked about, what, how many millions of years?
17 million years ago, the Colorado River started cutting its way through the canyon.
So 17 million years ago, but then you marry that with the modern technology that it took to get in here and dig this out, and then the creativity, the artistic element that's involved from the standpoint of the architects.
Oh, amazing design. And of course you get to see one of the the great wonders of the world, really, when you walk around here. The many hot air balloons that'll adorn the area, providing the spectators. But it's a good tee shot, uphill, and then turn back on yourself and hit it across.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now we'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
And he's made the green.
It's no snack, though.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law. And right now you can see that he's fighting himself, and that's the biggest difference. You got to realize your best friend out there is you.
Confidence right now clearly is shaken. Coming down the home stretch here at the 17th, set up well for a chance to go after this flagstick. Second shot, good look at the green. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Well holed, now to 3 under par. And now to the finishing hole.
A monster par 3.
Hello, where are we, Frank? Where's the green?
It is down there, that's for sure. Bunkers short and behind. They'll really help you if you misjudge your club selection. Apart from that, there is a green down there. Anything other than that will be a trouble.
Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
Down, little Sheba, down! It's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Can add up quickly, Frank. This already his 4th shot.
Yeah, time to knuckle down. Really wants to hit one of his better shots right now.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.